The Nimitz-class aircraft carriers were the largest warships ever built until the commissioning of USS Gerald R. Ford in 2017. With over 6,000 personnel, crew and aircrew, the carrier has a displacement of 102,000 t and a flight deck length of 332.9 m. All 10 nuclear-powered Nimitz-class carriers were built by Huntington Ingalls Industries Newport News Shipbuilding, now Northrop Grumman Ship Systems, based in Virginia. Tasked with a multi-mission attack/ASW role, the first of class, USS Nimitz, was commissioned in 1975. The last of the class, USS George H.W. Bush, CVN-77, was commissioned in January 2009. Nimitz-class carriers. Other hulls include USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, CVN-69, October 1977, USS Carl Vinson, CVN-70, March 1982, USS Theodore Roosevelt, CVN-71, October 1986, USS Abraham Lincoln, CVN-72, November 1989, USS George Washington, CVN-73, July 1992, USS John C. Stennis, CVN-74, December 1995, USS Harry S. Truman, CVN-75, July 1998, and USS Ronald Reagan, CVN-76, July 2003. USS Ronald Reagan, CVN-76, made its first operational deployment between January and May 2006 in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom and Enduring Freedom in the Arabian Gulf. In September 2008, USS George Washington, CVN-73, arrived at its new home port of Yokosuka, Japan. It replaced USS Kitty Hawk, which was decommissioned in May 2009, as the flagship of the U.S. 7th Fleet. The keel for the 10th and last Nimitz-class, USS George H.W. Bush, CVN-77, was laid in September 2003. The carrier was christened in October 2006 and entered service in 2009. The vessel has a modernized island house with a new radar tower and transparent armor windows, as well as upgraded navigation and communication systems. It has a new aircraft launch and recovery system and JP-5 fuel system for improved storage and aircraft fuel handling. It is the first transition ship to a new class of carriers, Gerald R. Ford, CVN-78, also known as CVN-21 and CVN-X, commissioned in July 2017. Huntington Ingalls Industries Newport News Shipbuilding is the prime contractor for the program, and Raytheon is responsible for weapons system integration. CVN-78 incorporates new technologies, including a new multifunction radar system, volume search radar, and open architecture information network, providing a significantly reduced crew requirement and a new nuclear power plant. Nimitz-class carrier design. The more recent Nimitz-class carriers, CVN-72, CVN-76, have a displacement of 102,000 t when fully loaded. They have a length of 317 m and beam of 40.8 m. The carrier reaches a maximum speed of over 30 km and can accommodate 3,184 personnel, with 203 officers, 2,800 aircrew, with 366 officers, and 70 flag, with 25 officers. Nimitz-class aircraft details. The 50-Care Air Wing includes up to 82 aircraft. Typically, this would be 12F divided by a -18E divided by F Hornets, 36F/A-18 Hornets, 4 E-2C Hawkeyes and 4 EA-6B Prowlers fixed-wing and helicopters, including 4 SH-60F and 2 HH-60H Seahawks. The carrier can also deploy S-3B Viking aircraft, but these were phased out and replaced with the F divided by a -18E divided by F Super Hornet. The S-3B Viking was finally decommissioned in January 2009. The last operational deployment of the F-14, used in U.S. carriers since 1972, was in March 2006. The F-14 was decommissioned in September 2006. Air wings can be customized according to the nature of the operation. For example, in 1994, 50 Army helicopters replaced the usual air wing on the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower during operations near Haiti. The flight deck measures 333 x 77 and is equipped with 4 lifts for steam-driven catapults and 4 arrestor wires. The carrier is capable of launching 1 aircraft every 20 seconds. In April 2005, the U.S. Naval Air Systems Command, NAVAIR, selected General Atomics Electromagnetic Systems for the System Development and Demonstration (SDD) phase of the Advanced Arresting Gear (AAG) program to provide a new arrestor system for USN carriers. Nimitz-class missiles. The more recently built carriers are armed with 3 Raytheon GMLS Mk-29 8-cell launchers for NATO Sea Sparrow surface-to-air missiles. Sea Sparrow has a range of 14.5 kilometers and semi-active radar terminal guidance. The carriers are fitted with the Raytheon RAM rolling airframe missile system, which provides short-range defense against incoming anti-ship missiles, including sea-skimming missiles. USS Stennis was fitted with RAM in 2005 and began firing trials of the system in June 2006. 1 Sea Sparrow mount and 1 Phalanx CIWS mount were removed to fit the RAM. USS John C. Stennis was the first carrier to fire the Evolved Sea Sparrow missile, ESSM, in October 2008. Nimitz aircraft carrier weapons. There are 4 Raytheon/General Dynamics 20mm Phalanx 6-barreled Mk-15 close-in weapon systems that have a firing rate of 3,000 rounds a minute and a range of 1.5 kilometers. Countermeasures. Decoys include Forsythicon Super Rapid Bloom Offboard Chaff SRB 6-barreled Mk-36 decoy launchers, which deploy infrared flares in chaff, SSTDS torpedo defense system and N/SLQ-25 Nixie torpedo countermeasures system from Argonne ST of Fairfax, Virginia. The Raytheon N/SLQ-32, the electronic warfare system, detects hostile radar emissions by 2 sets of antennae and the system analyses pulse repetition rate, scan mode, scan period, and frequency. The system identifies the threat and direction, provides a warning signal and interfaces to the ship's countermeasures systems. Nimitz-class carrier combat systems. The carrier's combat data systems are based around the Block 0 or 1 Naval Tactical and Advanced Combat Direction System, ACDS, with communications links 4A, 11, 14 and 16. Weapons control is managed by 3 Mk91 Mod 1 MFCS directors for the Sea Sparrow missile. USS Nimitz, USS Ronald Reagan and USS John Stennis were fitted with the SSDS Mk2 Mod 0 ship self-defense system developed by Raytheon. The SSDS will provide automated self-defense against anti-ship cruise missiles, ASCMs, by integrating and coordinating the ship's weapon and electronic warfare systems. USS Nimitz was fitted with the Lockheed Martin TIS, Tactical Input Segment, Digital Reconnaissance Processing System, which can receive real-time imagery from airborne sensors. Nimitz-class sensors and propulsion. Air search radars include the ITT SPS 4083D, operating at E/F band, Raytheon SPS 49V5, C/D band and Raytheon Mk23 D band. Surface search radar is the Northrop Grumman Norden Systems SPS 67V, operating at G-band. For vessels in class CVN-70, CVN-73, CVN-74 and CVN-76, feature the N/SPS 74V radar to enable tracking and detection of submarine periscopes. The Navy canceled the program and decided to procure N/SPQ-9B periscope detection capability radars for installation on the 10 hulls. The Nimitz class will also feature N/SPY-6V3 Enterprise Air Surveillance Radar, EASR, being developed by Raytheon. The nuclear-powered carrier has two General Electric pressurized water reactors driving 4 turbines of 260,000 horsepower, 194 megawatts, and 4 shafts. There are 4 emergency diesels of 10,720 horsepower, 8 megawatts.